It's been a real joy to be part of this commission. Families really matter. I see that as a bishop. I hear about it in my diocese day in, day out, week in, week out, and I see amazing stuff happening through local churches, through the local community. As family hubs are developing, we're engaging with delivery in those settings. Family really matters, but that therefore means relationships really matter, because it's about how parents get on with children, how children get on with their parents, how siblings get on. But one of the things we've learned, of course, is that family is seen by virtually everyone as much bigger than that. It's aunts and uncles, it's friends, it's the neighbours, it's the grandparents. So those relationships matter. How we help and support those relationships grow and develop, and when difficulties really come, how we support people through those. We've got to help people discover that forgiveness is important. It counts. It's possible. That kindness, that love. Love is the word that kept coming through in all our conversations. It's the word that we hear in daily conversation. So often people mean different things by it. But when we're talking about family, it's love which is willing to give and give and give again, and not necessarily receive anything in return. Although, of course, we always do, because as we love, others respond with love. So this commission, in all the different ways in which we have engaged with people up and down the country, through conversations on Zoom, face-to-face, the call for evidence, as I experience things in my engagement nationally with issues of poverty, I keep hearing people saying, what matters more than anything else is to know that I'm loved and that I can love others. That's not an excuse for not tackling inequality and poverty, because we also learned that where those exist, they are so likely to damage and hinder ways in which relationships can flourish. So family really matters. Relationships really matter. Love really matters.
I do think that the community is a really powerful place to be. We've seen that work in Bradford, we've seen it in Newham, we've talked to people in other parts of the country and seen how working together they can achieve so much. I think the other thing that I've been very aware of is that the way we live our lives today is probably a bit different to how it was, say, 50 or more years ago. And what we're seeing increasingly is a number of people who are living alone. And one of the things we have looked at is the issue of loneliness and isolation in our community. That was particularly enhanced by COVID and having to be locked down during the pandemic. But people make choices about how they live their lives. And in all those choices, they have family relationships. They all need to be loved. We all need to be loved. We all need to be cared for in some way. And so I think as a society, what's come out for me in 2 years of meeting many, many people, young people especially, is to say that if we could be kinder, if we could be fairer, if we could be more forgiving and more understanding in our daily lives, then maybe we would be able to do more that would help the people who really need it. And to be able to just feel that everyone is valued, everyone has something to offer,